welcome to part 2 of my marathon training diaries. So if you haven't seen part 1, I'll link it above, so go back and watch that and then come back and watch this. See you in a bit. It is Saturday morning, so it is 5k run day, usually a park run, but today this is not a park run. I do CrossFit. This weekend is the CrossFit Games, so as part of that there is a worldwide community 5k run, so I'm taking part in that instead, hopefully with some people from my CrossFit box, but we will see. You can probably see it's absolutely rank weather-wise, so can't be afraid of a bit of wet. If it's raining in Gothenburg, it's not going to mean that we can't do the marathon, so maybe not as enjoyable as in a nicer weather, but should be nice to run a different route, yet to be determined, with some different people, so on to that. Okay, so we are doing 3 laps of the CrossFit Leicester Mile, as it's known, occasionally programmed into our workouts, so it's 3 laps just kind of around the streets around the box, just trying to stick to the pace window today of 44-45 to 5:15 a kilometre. Feeling good so far, a bit of a later start than we used to on a Saturday morning, which is actually quite nice, so carrying on. And we are done in 24:32. So last 3 weeks have been pretty consistent 5k times. I think today every kilometre was pretty much the same pace, which was great in the target window, towards the faster end of the target window. Nice to do different run this morning, let's say the CrossFit Worldwide 5k, and yeah, feeling good. Hopefully tomorrow 22.5k, I think, albeit at a slower pace. Looking forward to it. So yeah, see you tomorrow. It is Sunday, long run day. It is the end of week 3 of the plan. Things haven't got off to a great start. I've just smashed my GoPro lens. Looks like it's replaceable, but you might be looking at me through broken glass. It's bright and early, just about 7:15, out running. The plan is 22.5 kilometres, so this will be my longest ever road run. I've ran longer on trails, starting to ramp up the distances now as we build to Gothenburg, so legs aren't used to running quite this early, so hopefully they'll ease into it as we go. About halfway in. I don't know how I look through broken glass, so apologies for that. It's still broken. Not particularly feeling it this morning. Don't think I took care of myself with my nutrition very well yesterday. Kind of put my feet up a bit, but getting a kilometre done. It's also super early, which in many respects is very nice, but I just don't think my body's woken up yet, but on we go. Thought I would film on my phone where things are slightly less broken. The long run of the week is done, 22.5 kilometres, 2 hours, 12 and a bit minutes. One of the less enjoyable runs that I've done. It's knocked my confidence quite a lot, I think, for Gothenburg. I think the pace might be a little bit too inefficient for me. I feel like I'm kind of dragging rather than moving efficiently, so I'm trying to stick to this kind of 6 minute per kilometre pace. So I think maybe in future weeks I'll maybe try and up the pace on my long runs a little bit into maybe 5:30s. My half marathon times are typically, quite a lot quicker than they were today, and that's even running at a relatively comfortable pace. So yeah, I need to do maybe a bit of research into my efficient running zones. We live, we learn, we keep on moving. Still sticking to the ChatGPT training plan, but maybe just having a look at a couple of the elements of it to make sure I'm getting myself optimally ready. So it is Tuesday, day 2 of week 4. Didn't see any of day 1 because I had a broken GoPro lens, but I've had a replacement come, so we are back up and running again. Tonight is about a 9.5k run. Slightly upped the pace that the target window set because I'm slightly worried that it's kind of dragging me a bit as opposed to me being efficient, so I think I'm going to be slightly upping the paces this week of my runs and see what kind of impact that has on the training. So fingers crossed, we will get going. Second Tuesday in a row where the run has felt really demoralising. Legs just feel really heavy. It feels more like a plod than a run. Hopefully tomorrow will be a day to bounce back, as was the case last week. But yeah, Sunday, long run wasn't great. Today, not great. Got a physio sports massage appointment on Thursday. I'm hoping that may bring some life back into these old legs, because yeah, right now they are feeling weary. It is Wednesday, week 4, day 3. Today is 16 kilometers of alternating pace running. We've been building up these by a couple of kilometers each week, adding another set of the paces. Temperature is a worry. It's about 23 degrees currently. That's going to have a bit of an impact. Training last night wasn't much fun, didn't enjoy it, so hoping, just like last week, that tonight's session will help me bounce back a little bit. I'm going to be listening to good old pop music on the way around rather than podcasts to try and keep me motivated. I'll update you as we go. I am about just under halfway through. I'm feeling quite good, but the temperature is taking its toll a bit on me today. It's nice to run in the shade, but quite a few portions of this run are just in direct sight of the sun. So just having a walking kilometre instead of a slow run kilometre, going through a fair bit of uphill in this bit. So it's kind of double taxing, but we will hopefully reset at the end of this kilometre and then attack the second half of the run. The second half is more downhill than uphill, which means obviously the first half is more uphill than downhill, so a tough one today. Enjoying it more than I enjoyed last night's run, so that's a positive. So yeah, on to the second half. We are just about done. Taking the final kilometre, which is one of the slower paced kilometres, as a walk, just to shake the legs out a bit at the end. Challenging, more enjoyable than yesterday, less enjoyable than last week's interval run, but yeah, the heat had a big impact I think on today's run. But we did all the fast kilometres at target pace. I think we might have just missed the last one by a couple of seconds, so that was good. Did most of the slower paced running kilometres at the right pace. Halfway around, as I showed you, we stopped off for a bit of a walk, doing the same now, not wanting to overtax myself in these final few weeks, because we've still got a big run coming up this week, longest road run I would have ever done on Sunday, so not wanting to do ourselves in too much when that comes around. So yeah, morale has picked up a little bit compared to yesterday. On to the rest of the training week. Thanks for watching. If you want to keep up to date with my marathon training videos and actually the marathon itself, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. See ya.